By pressing play, you've been transported to a dimension where there will be no apologies given for the abstract and asinine comments made here by the host and their guests. With that being said, thank you for listening and enjoy your experience.
We are non-mortals.
We are Cromwells.
Are you ready?
For episode 30 of the most ridiculously random pop culture podcast in the 719. Yo, where the captions at? Yo, where are the captions at? I say, yo, where the captions at? Yo, where are
Mortal
the
do,
captions
mortal see.
at? Yeah.
Whoa, mortal see, mortal do. My
Ooh,
bad.
word. That's that boo. Boo, haha, cause ghost. What up, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. I'm Kels for show, aka the ghoul with the cool. Joining me always is my bro host.
You know, the one and only Roscoe Tinkoya, but guess what I'm gonna do? Hit y'all with a AKA the warlock on these streets that you know is a freak.
Or it should be the warlock on the block.
Ooh,
Like Ghost Styles P.
ooh, the WB,
Yep.
warlock block, baby.
Woo, gang gang. And
gang.
join us always is damn Daniel on that laptop.
All right, as we just found out, Ro Ha Ass.
Ha-has. Rohaz.
It's actually Roja ass. But
Oh yeah, it is Roger Ass. But guess what? That hot gonna make even more.
Is that a Euro trip?
No.
Ooh.
Yes, guys, we're back, and joining us today on this episode is none other than our favorite returning guest, none other than...
What's witching, guys? It's rice cakes.
Ooh, what's witching? Ooh, my
what's
girl, I see you.
witching?
What's witching?
You see what I did there?
I seen it with my eyes, and I heard it with my ears.
They mostly just heard it. No
That
one
is
saw
true.
it.
Oh, I'm,
Well, guess
I'm
what?
talking about the
You're
audience.
not
I'm talking about
wrong.
us.
You're not wrong.
Oh, all right,
is true.
Abed. Way to be meta.
Hold up. There's only one Abed in this group.
You don't get to do that.
That is true because we all do have our own.
It depends on the
adventures.
day.
Exactly. Wait till you
We
understand
take our
the community.
turns being Abed.
Guys, y'all.
Hold
y'all
on.
fun-
Wait. Did you watch Community? Oh, yeah, that's right. Pop
Yes,
up.
yes, pop
All
up.
them blunts. My bad,
That's
baby. My
right.
bad. You
Yeah.
are streets ahead, girl.
You
and you
are
definitely
streets
are not the
ahead.
Brita of this group. You're
Hell
definitely Annie.
yeah.
I would love to be Annie.
You
actually.
are
Most likely,
Annie.
yeah. Leslie is our Annie.
Yeah, you're definitely the Annie of this squad, but you know, already know what it is. For all the captioners out there, you know, we start off this show with, yo, what's poppin'?
What be poppin'?
What's poppin'? Ooh, somebody's ass, because this Formula wrestler is about to be in prison for a long time if he's committed. Ross, tell the people about that
man.
real quick.
Well, for y'all that don't know, Albert Del Rio, one of the greatest Hispanic luchadors or wrestlers out
One
there.
of my favorite heels of all time, too.
Has been in some trouble, but like this is old trouble that's now coming back to him. But for those that know, Albert Del Rio once proposed to a Paige, but then Paige broke it off, stated some domestic violence things, so it kind of went through. But he ended up going back to his baby mama to try to reconnect things with him and her and to raise his son together. But some issues happened. He got charged with kidnapping as well as rape to his baby mama and might be spending life in jail if this trial goes.
And was that in Mexico or is that in the States?
Oh, that was in the States.
Was it like
baby. That was
Arizona?
in Texas,
Yeah.
I want to say.
Oh, yeah, man.
I
That's just
hope he
wild.
gets put away.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah.
For
It
real.
was
What
one of
else
those
in
crazy
the
things.
world of wrestling?
But to dilute from there, we going straight. Well, let me hit AEW since it's way more quicker. So last week on AEW, I forgot to announce they did a special for Chris Jericho, who's his 30 years in wrestling.
The bubbly.
And they did a lot of good celebrities. Shaquille O'Neal, Don Callis, owner and booker for TNA, Hiroshi Tashu, one of the wrestlers from New Japan, all gave like Chris Jericho praise. A lot of celebrities and everything. But this Wednesday, which has passed because we're recording on a Friday, but y'all know this is on a Monday, has been the 1 year anniversary of AEW, so all the AEW titles have been defended.
It's been a year already?
It's been a year
Shit.
already.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Salute to them. Congrats. Hats
Hell
off.
yeah. But transitioning from AEW, we're now gonna go into WWE news. As y'all know, this past Friday and well technically now Monday as well was the WWE draft. We are recording during the time WWE Raw is playing right now, but some of the big news that happened on Friday Night SmackDown is the New Day has now been split up. But not only has the New Day been split up, they regained the tag team titles, which made them now 7-time SmackDown titles, which now technically has now became the Raw tag team titles because Kofi and Xavier Woods have been drafted to Raw while Big E is stuck on SmackDown.
So they really gonna let Big E get his single competitor push.
But not only that, they broke up another tag team. Heavy Machinery has now been broken up. Tucker has now gone to Raw, and Otis
That's
is
why he's
staying
wearing
on
that
SmackDown.
tie. So it's
No.
Wait,
The reason why he was wearing the tie was because they were supposed to have a storyline about the Money in the Bank being, and he was supposed to go to court last week. But the thing is, The Miz prolonged it for another week.
Word. So is Otis still on SmackDown?
Otis is staying on SmackDown. Tucker is going on Raw, and they kept Mandy on Raw as well.
Okay, see, that's what I was asking about.
So Otis has not only lost his girlfriend, he's now lost his best friend who he has been tag team partners with forever since being in WWE.
But does that mean we're gonna get a Otis Big E little rivalry?
We don't know.
Because I would like to see that, because they are two big men that can move and can wrestle.
Yes,
so that would definitely be.
But
entertaining
rumor
as well.
is it might be Big E might be going for the mid card with Sami Zayn.
They get the build up so he can move on to
Otis might actually cash in and try to go for either the mid card or the heavy or the main event. But also don't know yet, but it was supposedly spoilers as from news today that Eva Marie will be making her debut back on Raw, so she's back in WWE, as well as we are now having our first ever added stipulation to a Hell in a Cell match.
And that stipulation is
an I Quit Hell in a Cell match
with
Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. They will be trying to having another heavyweight title match again.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody get left behind, except when it's Hell in a Cell, nigga.
And the
somebody
thing is,
gonna get left
what
dead.
makes this story even more great is the fact that Roman said all he wanted to do was provide for his cousin, somebody technically he values as a brother, because they're only like maybe 10 years apart as in age, maybe even lower than that. But they grew up together. And due to the fact that Jay did not want to call him the Big Chief, he low-key is like, yo, we're making this an I Quit match, and you're really going to regret this. And for those that watched their first match, he fucked Jey Uso up. Like, Jey Uso only had like 2 minutes out of that 45-minute match of a run.
Well, that's funny that you say he was fucking him up, because speaking of wrestling, they done fucked us up. Netflix has canceled Glow, one of their best TV series after 3 seasons. They were supposed to get a 4th, but because of COVID, they decided not to go with production. But go ahead, Ross.
No, they used a bullshit excuse of not to go produce. They wanted to say that that shooting Glow with wrestling actions would raise the chance, and they don't want to do that. But
raise the chance of people getting COVID.
But let us remind you, wrestling has been going on since COVID.
Everything's been going on since COVID.
So, and I just found out one of my favorite greatest female wrestlers of this generation, Tyra Valkyrie, wife to Johnny Morrison, wrestler on TNA. She was supposed to be on this season of Glow, and she came out pissed off at Netflix making that bullshit excuse. Like, she was the first one to point out, like, I've been wrestling during COVID. This is a bullshit excuse. Y'all can shoot this.
Exactly.
And Netflix has not just only canceled Glow, it's canceled a lot of other shows using this COVID as an excuse.
Exactly, because if the NBA could have a whole playoff in the bubble, you could figure out how to close off soundstage and give the people what they wanted. But yeah, that Glow shit definitely hurt my heart, because Alison Brie, of course, I'm a fan of hers from Community, and like I said before, it's easily one of my top 5 favorite Netflix original series. And just to know that that shit's not coming back is upsetting.
And the pure fact that it was actually based on a true wrestling show that was only all females made it even more better, because it's just like a real thing that a lot of people don't know. Like, yes, wrestling is out here, it's always been out here, but yet there's also been women's wrestling and a lot of people never really glorified women's wrestling like that. And the fact is, Glow was doing that. There's also current women wrestling only of indie shows and organizations that are doing that as well. One of the best Japanese wrestling shows, Stardom, does it great. Like, I'm gonna be honest, a good portion of indie female wrestlers that get big has all walked through Stardom once.
Word. And one thing that didn't disappoint me was a pleasant surprise was the Invincible trailer from Image Comics, based on the Image comic book that's coming to Amazon Prime. And I haven't read the comic, but Daniel has told me that I need to since we met him. I take his word from it. I'm going to start reading it. But that trailer alone had me sold. I can't wait to watch that because what's Invincible's human name?
It's Mark.
Mark, and he's voiced by
Steven Yen.
a.k.a. Glenn from The Walking Dead.
What?
Yeah, so if you guys have not seen that trailer, make sure you go check that shit out. And also, since we're talking about superheroes, DC has announced coming to HBO Max is a Green Lantern TV series featuring Kilowog, Sinestro, Jessica Cruz, Simon Bass, Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern, everybody loves a hate, and Alan Scott. There's no official word of when that's going to start filming, but they're working on a script now, and it's not like one of these rumors. It's actually pen to paper. So there's going to be another reason for everybody out there to continue having HBO Max and absolutely to get it, because I have faith. But then again, we've been burnt by Green Lantern before, but I think hopefully they've learned from their prior mistakes, and they give us something that we actually could gravitate towards, especially for the fans that are already familiar with him. And also, rumors is they are also trying to get Ryan Reynolds back in some capacity since they are dealing with the multiverse. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that turns out.
Okay.
And also to spin it back from the Glenn mention, Walking Dead, the season finale of this Walking Dead will be getting a bonus episode released this weekend, which will have more scenes dealing with Maggie. So for those that did watch the season finale, yes, we only had like 2 minor scenes, but supposedly this bonus episode is going to give us more scenes of Maggie, as well as just to let us know that, hey, season 11, aka the final season of The Walking Dead, will be dropping early 2021. They're currently filming it right now, so no need to wait till... Technically, well, we would be having season 11 right now, but due to COVID and they prolonged the season finale, they're pushing it back. So most likely we won't get season 11 until technically when they give us the second half of the season. So look around February for season 11 to probably start for us. And haven't started World Beyond yet, and I started Fear the Walking Dead last night, but I fell asleep during a good portion of it. So I can't give out a proper review. Y'all know I'm only more strictly a Fear the Walking Dead fan, but just wanted to give y'all that news.
Word. That isn't strange because you fall asleep a lot. But what is strange is Doctor Strange because he's officially going to be in Spider-Man 3.
He's going to be what? The new mentor since Iron Man dead.
And that upsets a lot of Spider-Man purists because I understand because Spider-Man never had quote-unquote a mentor, but the person he did idolize was Reed Richards, so that was the closest thing to it. But my retort to that it's a different universe. It is what it is.
As well as the pure fact that if y'all want these rumors to be true, what makes more better sense? Making Doctor Strange the mentor, which we know we're getting this multi-universe, so if this sets up the multi-universe, that now allows us to get Electro, and if these rumors are right, which I forgot to tell y'all last week, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
We already been discussed all that.
We already probably been discussed.
No, we did. Those are facts.
They're going to be on here, so instead of them being on this multi-universe, it gives us reasons for them to be in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, Daniel.
As your tech guy, I do feel like I need to point out, Spider-Man did have Tony Stark as a mentor in the comics pre-Civil War, when Tony Stark taught him how to be a real hero, how to take care of his family, and that was his mentor. He did also go to Doctor Strange once or twice as a mentor when supernatural things were happening. So to all you Spider-Man quote-unquote purists, you're wrong.
And guess what? Letting Tony Stark be your mentor got him what? fuck because Tony be playing games. And speaking of games, guess what's coming to the new MK11 DLC pack? We're getting Melina. We getting the other purple ninja. That boy Rain, because he's actually low-key based off of Prince, because the creator of Mortal Kombat is a Prince fan. And also, we gonna get that Vietnam, I'm not gonna say what that killing motherfucker, John Rambo.
And you ready for this fun fact too, Kelsey, that I found out too? Only reason because of this DLC pack, I just found out the current game that I like to play, Rocket Arena, my favorite main character, Flux, is also the same chick doing the voice of Melina. And I was like, say what? She did the voice of this little cute little girl out here shooting cat rockets and yes, nigga.
Pussy bombs?
She got cat rockets that
Meow missiles.
and she shoot a
Got
black
your
hole.
Not to
They
mention
track
Vicky
it.
from Timmy Turner's Fairly Odd Parents.
What?
Timmy
She was
Turner.
Timmy
Oh
Turner?
my god, I
She
love
was
that show.
No wonder why that voice kind of sounded the same, because that Icky Vicky
That's not even
pissed
the
off
voice.
voice be out here.
Word. And that's who he grew up dating when they did the live action version with Josh.
No, he stated he was dating his
Oh, Vicky.
Vicky is the babysitter.
Vicky the babysitter, the bitch nobody like.
Vicky's
She was the
little
Candace.
sister.
Yeah, she was the Candace of
Yeah,
Fairly Odd
Vicky's
Parents.
little sister was the one that
Wait,
he ended
yeah.
up dating.
Trixie?
Who
There you
happened to
go.
be played by Victoria's sister
Yeah, in the live
in
action
the live
movie.
action movie,
Word.
which was my
That's
favorite.
funny too that we brought up Victoria, because there was a musical ass show. Now we're gonna talk about music. I just want to talk about a couple of albums that I listened to during the week before we get into everything else and
What you
move on
listened
the
to,
show.
my brother? Actually, I listened to a new joint too. The album
Word.
too
So I'm gonna
today.
start off with Melanie C, aka Sporty Spice, dropped a new album.
Ooh.
It's house. It's early 2000 type techno. If you like that, you fuck with Kylie Minogue, you'll like that album. Trey Songz dropped a new album. Haven't listened to that yet because I'm not trying to make babies during the COVID. But I definitely will too. And make sure I have them rubbers and put these dick pills to good use. Then the chick named Kiara has dropped an album that I really like. It's kind of synthy poppy in that land of Ava Max and Julia Michaels, who also I'm a fan of. And my favorite album of this last week that I listened to is an oldie but goodie. That would be Hybrid Theory, because Linkin Park dropped the 20th anniversary of the
He dropped
album.
the 20th anniversary
Not only
remastered?
did they drop the album itself remastered, these niggas gave us Reanimation fucking remastered. Cause like, oh, this shit's over.
Oh, they gave us both of them?
No, nigga, this 5 discs. Then they give us the original cut, then the unedited cut of all that whole.
Oh, I'm on a binge because you wanna know what? Just because you was out here talking early 2000s, my boy Papoose dropped Endangered Species album,
Yeah, 'cause
which
the
I
black
ended
man
up
is.
listening to, and I must honestly say, he had Alphabetical Slaughter, but when you listen to Numerical Slaughter, he dropped Numerical Slaughter 2 on here, so great. But I will be honest, one of his best, his last single, Tribute, might be the best thing ever. For people that wonder why Black Lives Matter, listen to Tribute. He goes from A to Z, naming off every black person's death from the police and why Black Lives Matter without saying Black Lives Matter. He just goes through the alphabet and says the known police violence kills and how these police ended up getting away from all these murders and are out here living free. It's one of the greatest black albums. You have to listen to Endangered Species, y'all.
Word. And sticking on music, you know we can't leave here without giving you all our latest recommendations.
Heck yeah.
Recommendations and songs that we listened to over the week. And that, of course, is going to be under YWDCA 10 on Spotify. Because they, with a period at the end, and Wale has dropped a new track called Losing Focus.
Yes.
Tennis has a new single called Superstar. OT
Yes.
Genesis, Chris Brown, and the great and legendary Charlie Wilson has a song together called Back to You.
Oh, and that song slap.
Yep. One of my favorite California beach punk girl groups, Bleach, dropped a new single called Stupid Boys, because boys are fucking stupid. And my new favorite part tart British girl group named Little Mix, because they were the original. They were the winners of, what's that shit called?
British Got Talent?
Not America's, the one that was on Fox.
Not the. Is it The Voice?
No, the one with
X Factor.
yeah, X Factor, the British version of X
British
Factor.
X Factor?
Before
The original X Factor.
yeah,
you
before
mean?
Fifth Harmony won, they won over there, so they were like the original Harmony, but it's a little group of British girls. I guess they're more like young ladies now, with a song called "Not a Pop Song," even though
It's a
it
pop
song.
for
And
sure.
you'll definitely
So
love
they
that,
put
Leslie.
it. So they
Yes.
put it.
I do like
but
Lil
yet
Mix, actually. I
also.
watch their videos.
Ooh, but yet also still keeping it with the music. Lil Wayne dropped a new single, NFL.
Yes.
As well as, I'm be honest, I came across a Cali artist by the name of Dago Rock. Dago Rock, and he dropped a single called Necessary. It's not that bad. And our favorite Asian girl group, Blackpink, as of last week, when I said they didn't get the BTS treatment, they got the BTS treatment. They got a documentary on Netflix about they come up.
Yeah, because they had a YouTube video about the release of the new track and single,
and they dropped a whole documentary literally
with
about
Selena?
their whole come up.
Or after that
Well, that's on the album.
It's on the album. Ice
Yeah.
Cream's on this new album, but
I will admit, I didn't know anything about this group until
these girls
my
is-
girl Selena was.
oh no,
Yeah, and like I said,
Kelsey
they
put
all-
me on them
yeah.
on the first album, and and literally they're now dropping a documentary about how they dropped the first album and became a group.
Yes, my favorite
Interesting.
K-pop group. Like I
And-
said, it's all on the playlist.
I
and
can't
you
wait
can
for the
easily look up the
mobile
album.
game because I will support these girls.
Exactly, and that's one thing I've been telling people to watch the latest season of Rescue on Netflix because that incorporates so much into becoming a pop. A K-pop
label
group and just being like pseudo famous in this digital era, and it also involves with stalking, potential murder, and a lot of shit. You be like, oh damn, girl,
It
this
does
little
not
red
follow
panda
the
going
same
through
arrest
a
crew
lot
that
of
it
shit.
used to be.
Exactly, and that's what I like too because it's the evolution of the character.
And the greatness is each season evolves her even more and more. Because season 1, all she wanted was a boyfriend. Season 2, she gets a boyfriend but realized she could be better by herself.
Also, she tried to level up in her company and get respect as an adult and just want to be treated equally. So there's a lot of layers to
So
that
much.
series. And don't let the animation fool you. It's a real slice of life and it's very contemporary to the young adults in this world.
It's a great slice of life, but yet used as a chibi cute anime format.
Yes. Death metal. Rock on, y'all.
I be forgetting to not tell little kids they can have little kids not be around when I'll be watching it because I'll be forgetting
they
that
don't
they be
cuss.
fucks. No, there's a few fucks and dams.
But they listen to Young Jeezy and
That
21.
is true, but then I'll be like,
Their parents are ratchet. That's why they're so
what's
young.
even more great is I'm like, oh, they only say fuck like right before they go into a rap song. I mean, into a rock song. So at least if the little kid does like rock, they ain't gonna repeat the cuss word.
Them little kids have watched every Dave Chappelle special with their parents.
That is
They be
probably
alright.
true.
It's
That is
America.
alright.
We build them strong.
We're desensitized.
Yes.
Yes,
and
some,
with
yes,
that,
some.
and with that being said, that's the end of Yo,
Yo,
What's
What's
Poppin'.
Poppin'.
And now we're about to get into what we're geeking out about.
What we geeking about?
It's gonna be the 1998
Yeah, yeah.
seminal classic
What I would
of All Hallows Eve
What
that
I-
was given to us by the Disney Channel.
Yeah, what I would say is probably the best Halloween franchise ever, and the reason why I truly love watching Disney Channel every Halloween season.
The generational masterpiece known as
Halloween
Town.
I will say, great cast. So
Yes.
we geeking out
About
bad.
what we just got done introducing, which is Halloween Town,
Town.
which is funny as fuck because I just watched this movie and it makes no sense for me not to have seen it because I grew up in the Disney Channel era. They show that shit every fucking Halloween on
It's
Disney
the
Channel.
first
yeah.
movie that they give us every year because they give us
Because
Halloween
you got to get
Town,
through all of them.
Halloween Town 2,
Yep.
Halloween Town High,
Yep.
Return to Halloween Town High.
Yep.
Then you get hit with If You Special and Up at 2 a.m, you get hit with Under Wraps. You might get hit with Don't Look Under the Bed.
Ooh.
Yes, that's one.
And now they got the new one. Then they also might throw in Twitches.
oh,
and,
they throw Twitches. They
and-
throw
I love me
Twitches
some
1 and
Twitches.
2 in there.
Twitches
in
1
the-
and 2?
Yes. And
For-
what was the other one when she was hunting the monsters?
Monsters versus Girl versus Monsters.
Yes.
Yep.
They also give yes, guys, I'll be fucking with Disney Channel during the Halloween.
I think we're
segments.
geeking out pretty hard about some Halloween Disney movies
Exactly.
right now, for sure.
They
What was
just
the one,
added.
Ghost Squad?
Oh, they don't Ghost Team. It's
Ghost Team, yeah. Oh shit.
Ghost Team is in there, as well as they give us one of another good one. They actually still give us Hocus Pocus because technically Hocus Pocus.
Mom's
was
Got a Date
Disney
with a
show.
Vampire.
Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Another
or My
great one.
Babysitter's a Vampire.
Phantom
Which got
Menace.
turned into a
A
series,
series,
didn't it? Right,
yes.
from the
Yeah.
movie.
They do the series a few more times. Actually, they do a marathon of the series from time to time. And also another great one, Phantom of the Megaplex.
Phantom of the Megaplex.
I haven't heard of that one in a minute.
That is-
That
And
one
now-
goes back a little
Exactly.
bit.
Now with the newer Disney Channel movies, of course they don't put Zombies 1 and
Zombies
2
1
a
and
part of the
2
mix.
is in there in the
just
mix.
because they're like spooky creatures. But yeah, so fucking Halloween Town, 1998. Leslie, what made this movie a favorite of yours growing up?
Well, first of all, let's think. Back to 98, we were still in our teens, so I'm still an impressionable
I'm
young
13.
lady at this point, right? So, yes,
true.
I'm around 13 at the time this movie comes out, so of course I'm relating. I'm like, yeah, Marnie, you tell Mom, because you know what? You need to be in this. You need to be a witch. Don't let her tell you different,
Hell yeah.
because we're all just angsty teens,
What
right?
do you know, Mom? Let me live my life. I want to get candy from strangers. What's the
Yeah.
worst that could happen? What about you, Ross? What made you fuck with that movie?
I'm gonna be honest, until I got older, I didn't realize this, but the true reason, one of the two reasons was I was April O'Neil fan. So
There it is. I
finding
knew
out-
it titties.
Finding out that my
I knew it.
finding out that my favorite chick that I always had a crush on as a kid, April O'Neil, was on this show.
Yeah.
But I also fell for. I thought Kimberly J. Brown was cute, aka Marty.
Word. I see it.
But growing, not until later in my life, when I found out that Agatha, aka Grandma, aka Aggie, was my favorite female from the movie Singing in the Rain. Yeah, she was in Singing in the Rain. I had to do.
So that
some-
wasn't Julie Andrews.
no.
Damn.
It was her. But yeah, I did come to find out that like Debbie Reynolds was out here doing all the old school black and white 80s musical 70s and 80s musical movies, which I liked. But yeah, they had a great cast, and I was already a Disney child kid, so I was just like, oh, it's Halloween. Let me see what this Halloween Town is about.
Word.
And fell in love with it ever since then.
Insta hooked.
Exactly. So I watched this whole like at like 11 p.m. last night after I got back from the bar. I was already tipsy. So I was like, yo, I might die tonight, but if I'm dying tonight, I'm watching Halloween Town. Fuck it. But I'm watching the movie. It's like,
I'm going out with
And
a bang.
just realize, y'all, I've been trying to get Kelsey to watch this joint for maybe at least
A
maybe
decade.
a decade, maybe 15 years, just to
like,
watch
nah,
this
nigga,
movie.
you gotta watch it. It's like, nigga, I will. Fast forward, nigga, I did. And I get it. I'm watching, it's like, yo, is that fucking April now? Oh shit, how can I not watch it? She fuck with the turtles. I'm a fucking turtle. Cowabunga all day. Cool. But also watching it as a grown ass man, as an adult, I'm just like, if y'all kids don't shut the fuck up, you can't just leave with your grandma. Your grandma didn't push you out her pussy.
You
This
only
is your
see your
mama's
grandma
house.
once a year, and
She
that's
ain't-
around
She
Halloween.
didn't do nothing for you but give you little good gifts that you don't give a fuck about 2 days later. I'm in here working 2 jobs to support all y'all little motherfuckers. Maybe I'm on food stamps. Maybe I'm not. I don't know what she do for a living, but she's raising these kids. But they so ungrateful because they kids. They don't know no better. That's why.
Except
I wanna
for
have
one.
fun.
Except
I
for
wanna do
one,
that.
you gotta
yes.
forget.
Yeah.
My little
Dylan.
man-
Dylan was
Dylan is the
definitely
only.
the,
Dylan was the
little
only grateful
adult.
one.
Exactly, because
And
he was the Blue Ranger. He was the Billy of the squad. He was like, facts. You're weird. Magic is dumb. How can that exist?
And-
We need to be responsible
and what
adults and
makes
eat our
it even
Brussels
more
sprouts.
great
And he wasn't
is-
wrong. Eat your Brussels sprouts, motherfuckers. Eat them.
What makes it great is
I'm
Dylan's
mad
the
at
middle
that.
child.
Vitamins and shit.
Dylan's the middle child as well as the only boy, but both daughters have great ambition and just like, oh, we want to accept everything, only for the mom to be like, I need to suppress all this in my girls. I don't gotta worry about my son.
Hashtag vitamins and shit. But yes, that's what they do. And it's like one of those tropes, those movies, there's always that one kid that wanted to be an adult and act like an adult. Was just like, all this child shit is stupid. We need to be more mature. This why mom doesn't trust you. We need to sit down and respect our elders. My nigga, shut the fuck up.
It's no wonder we wanted to grow up so fast, right?
Exactly.
If these were our role models on TV.
Exactly. Then you have the littlest sister that was
Sophie,
just,
so
Sophie was
great.
just so adorable, so
So great.
innocent, but also like basically the main plot of the story. Like on your 13th birthday, that's when you have your last opportunity to become a witch if you're not trained in the witch arts, the dark magics.
Does that go along with the whole Disney Channel trope, 13th year and all that?
Yeah,
Yes, it was during that same
That's
time
not a
period.
bad point.
Yeah,
Because
they-
it was that same time period because
Exactly.
13 year and all of that, it was all the young teenagers because that's what
That's
they
their
were
target
with.
demographic of those young kids going through that
we
transitional
were
phase.
we were 13 during this time
13
period.
going on 30. Not a Disney movie, but it's like the same
Still a good one, though.
concept. Yeah. And the thing too is like, yo, I'm 13. I might have powers. I want to have powers. That's the shit that's crazy because these kids don't understand. Like, it's no. It's more like this. Is the metaphor I want to make. It's like, yo, my dad is Cyclops. My mom is Jean Grey. Where the fuck is my psychic abilities? I'm Nathan Summers. I'm Cable. When do I get to be a mutant? And then God and them be like, no mutants here.
Best I
What?
can do
I
is a
can't go to-
cyber organic, techno-organic virus.
Yes, ugh, I got it shit now.
And what's even more hilarious about this movie is Dylan's cool with regular life. Marty's like, I know there's something different about us, but I don't know what it is. And Sophie's like, I'm different, but you come to realize Mom's suppressing it.
They knew some shit was up to.
And then Grandma comes into town,
and everybody loves Grandma.
Grandma comes with a normal purse, but what happens? She's
pulled
able to pull out
everything out.
all the greatest gifts.
Like a Looney
out.
Tunes
Like-
character. Even Dylan's like, how can this is scientifically impossible? How can everything just come out this purse?
I need that bag of tricks.
Exactly. I just
Legit.
need a bag of tricks for
I
real.
need that for vacations, pre-COVID, of course.
Especially if them tricks could do poles like they down in the do tricks on the pole like they're down from the valley. But
boy.
also I like all the like 90 digs like when Dylan was talking about how they were trying to learn how to do cast spells in the cauldron and shit. It's like Marnie cooking, get out of here.
only
She
thing-
came
Pouring
aboard
cereal
water.
counts,
The only thing
right?
she could,
Yeah.
the only thing, no, literally, it was the only thing she could cook is cereal.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
I'm like, he had all those little 90s quips that were so corny, but it's also punny.
And it worked.
And it worked. Also, one of my favorite characters in this whole was the goddamn skeleton cabbie.
Benny!
And you ready for this, Kelsey? Wait till you watch the other three.
Oh, shit!
He's in all of them, nigga.
And then because then
Spoiler alert.
he got like corrupted by the evil, and then it was like
bruh.
he was like, get in
Get
the car.
here, get in the car.
He was like, dog sick him. Then the dog's like, because
Not
there's a
the
trope
dog.
that dogs like bones in the cable like, it just dries the fuck up. Like,
And he
dude, you
also,
have a whole car.
and what's so great is he alerts you before he gets entangled because the dog's in this world that he don't fuck with dogs. So that's the only, so once he goes dark, you realize like, oh, sick the dog on him. It'll help. And another great trope, Calabar. Why? Because he loves to call Sophie Soapy.
Yep.
Even a subtle dick moves like, you know this girl whole name, but he's like, I'm just fucking with you. Have a lollipop out of your ear.
Which she did the right thing. She didn't take no candy from that stranger, by the way.
That
Smart.
is true.
All that
Also,
teacher
I
chooses
did
that.
not want to eat that coming out of an ear.
And
Word.
And guys, we must let y'all know because we are kind of jumping that the kids had only went to what is known as Halloween Town because they snuck on a bus
A magical school bus. No Miss Frizzle.
after their grandma left
Shame.
from visiting because Marty overheard her grandma arguing with her mother about her turning 13 and being a witch.
And
But
it-
also
Go ahead.
witnessed the magic from her grandma.
Oh,
Yes.
it's
All
that,
I needed was that proof.
Cause she had all the chickens she had the chicken wings like
She
these days
always
back.
knew she was different, but didn't know why.
Exactly, and the
And-
grandma came because the mom was making chicken like it was some KFC. She had these wings, and the grandma's like, "Why don't you make that a whole chicken?" They're like,
Yeah.
the Marty's like, "Oh,
And then the chicken got turned back into chicken wings.
exactly," and they look good
Might
as
I
fuck.
add.
too.
They look
They
delicious
did.
as
I was a
fuck.
little hungry.
Hell yeah. But then she decided, like, and that's one thing too, like, because if Marty didn't learn magic in this limited amount of time, she was going to be human forever. And the mom was like, cool. I don't want my daughter to be magic because I know what that's like. So once again, that's a parent thinking for their child without giving them a choice just because they want their life to be easier. Not trying to be disrespectful, not have their say-so in their life, but like, yo, I just don't want you to struggle.
Does that, in your opinion, go with the whole Chilling Adventures of Sabrina where she has to choose by a certain point?
No, it is. It's actually because after her 13th birthday, she would become a human again if she didn't pick up the training of a
It was
witch.
use it or lose it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she never. Sabrina had the choice.
Sabrina
Marty
had the choice.
Didn't have
Marty
the choice.
didn't have the choice. Her
Yes.
mom already made the choice for her, as well as you come to
And-
find out her mother was suppressing her powers because Sophie is at the age of 8 or 7.
Somewhere along those
And
lines.
her mom's trying to suppress that magic, and you find out that Marty had it during that time and suppressed it on her. So Marty always knew she was different, but didn't know why. Found out that she's technically half witch, follows her grandma, which in turns technically she didn't really follow her grandma. She knew she was gonna go follow her grandma. Sophie wanted to tag along. Dylan wanted to stop them, but Dylan being tag team by his 2 siblings.
Well, actually, no. Sophie.
They didn't know Sophie was there.
she played sleep. She was like, nigga, I'm smarter than y'all. I'm sleep. Like, I'm on a bus too.
Although, I looked at that bus scene where they climbed in the bus. I want to know how she got up in there without them knowing.
No,
Oh, she
They had
has
to close
magic,
that
and they
door.
said magic is just willing
Yeah,
it.
remember-
but
Right.
also,
You just gotta want something.
you
and
want
let
something and
yourself
it
have
will happen. And Marty was and she was already at it. So she always wanted to follow him. So it could have just
And also,
Magic
Dylan was
powers
like,
can
yo,
happen.
I'm the man of the house. I can't just let my bitch sister go. I have to be the protector. Even though I don't believe in this bullshit. I
And
can't
I-
let you go alone on this shit.
And what's even more great is like, you know what? I'm probably dreaming. So guess what? I'm gonna follow anyway, cause this could be a dream.
And
Thank you, Dylan, for just being like, I'm gonna find some reason why this shit ain't real.
And thing too, like, I can't blame her as an adult. I don't have any kids, any real kids, to my knowledge. But if I had a possibility to make sure my child didn't struggle, I might be with the mom. Like, you know what? I did that with shit. It ain't all that.
But
So
also,
maybe I'm
the
like,
thing is, too, just to hit y'all with some things, we come to find out only reason why Halloween Town was created because of the dark times, which happened to be a time period where, regardless, this universe in Halloween Town, monsters and ghouls and
and time works
with
differently.
with humans, but then some odd reason the dark times happen. Humans fear the monsters, then try to destroy monsters. So in retaliation, monsters did mischief to humans, which then humans ended up making stories of how monsters were evil, which then drove the monsters to create their own world and dimension, which is now what is known as Halloween Town.
Need to practice.
Wasn't what they were doing making them miserable, turning them evil? And they said, well, that's not us.
No, they were never
So-
evil.
Once
They were
again, the
only
humans were the bad guys.
The thing
were the
is,
true
they were never.
monsters.
They were. They were
They were never
destroying 'em.
evil. You come to find out, like the tradition of Halloween in this Halloween Town is what the monster said: "Mortals see, mortals do." So they mimicked basically the monsters, but the monsters weren't bad. The only time they became bad is when we find out in the story, which was the evil being that was somewhat making them become evil, and he was then going to try to convince them to go back to the mortal world, be evil, and take back the mortal world for their own.
Hell yeah, that's one thing too. I'm watching the movie with my old brain. I'm like, all right, how much longer is this? Oh, this movie is mostly just about them coming to Halloween Town. It's not about
Yes.
the big battle with the big bad. This is just about them discovering who they were as kids and things of that
And
nature.
their roots.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
their roots, their heritage,
Exactly.
their
I'm
family.
like, all right, I'll fucks with. All
And
right,
that-
I'm not mad at this. I definitely would have loved this at a young age if I came into it right then and there. And also, this makes sense why so many people in our generation are Harry Potter fans, because this is the original half-blood Muggle fucking story. You
Yes.
ain't about shit. Guess what? Now you is a whole nother realm that you could go to and interact with magical characters and this, that, and the third.
And what's even more
Or
hilarious,
platform 9 3/4.
true,
Got
as
it.
well as what's more hilarious is the fun fact is we find out the mom only went to the human world because she just wanted to experience the human world. We
Like
find
rum shower.
and
Like
just,
Ariel.
but well, no, the thing is.
She went for that. She went for that human dick.
Yes, and the thing is, she
And
stayed
legs.
as a witch
And legs.
and ended up meeting her husband and the love of her
in
life
Sabrina.
at a Halloween party and just stayed in the mortal world.
Exactly. That's
And the thing is, you can only go to Halloween Town during
Halloween?
the week of Halloween and whatnot.
exactly. That's another thing too, because Caliban is the villain. Oh, Calabar, my fault.
Calabar.
But also Caliban is a villain. That's some different universe. But Calabar was the main villain. Then when you get to Halloween Town, you find out that the moms and him used to be high school sweethearts.
That he always loved.
Kind of just like an not Switch That Birth, but the Lion Games. That's another
Yes.
one, and even in Pretty Little Liars.
Yes.
And then the kids have to come back like, why that dude told them moms like that? Oh,
Oh,
that's you
great.
her nigga before she met dad. Oh,
One of
this
my-
is
I'm not
nasty.
calling him dad.
One of
Woo!
my favorite.
That nigga name is
There's a
Mark.
fire.
One of
Not
my
even if
favorite
there's a
scenes
fire.
was
That nigga name is Steve.
one of my favorite scenes with
Man, I be in the
Maggie
kitchen making berries in
yelling
the
at
morning
her
naked.
mom is like, "Oh, you don't like magic, but you like it when he does it." And right
That's
before that happened is the mom was like, "Calabar, you like to talk. You like your magic to talk." And he's like, "I do, and it works, don't it?" And she
And you know what she
said
had?
nothing.
She had
No,
that
he
walk.
said, but did you forget that you used to like
Yeah,
that my magic did the
nigga, that
talking?
shit was
So he did a little bit of
He knew what he
Playboy
was
slide
doing.
up in there.
I am Nuke for real.
Works for me.
Of course it would.
That cauldron was definitely bubbling.
And I
Which
just,
no, that's one thing. They had a little button that said twirl and
Double boil and trouble.
trouble.
On the microwave?
Yeah, I love that. I was like,
Instant
oh.
witchcraft? Okay. Leave it to Disney.
no! And what makes it even more great about this show, about this movie, is Grandma goes, tries to make a conjuring spell. It doesn't work. Why? Cause she used instant spell instead of old natural.
And it's always going to be a lesser product of anything you create. Just like it's a metaphor, like for cooking food for hours will always taste better than microwavable shit.
Then
And
that
that's
box of mashed potatoes.
Exactly. That's one of the things we also have
I'm
lost
sorry,
as a
so
culture
the brown box
as
of instant
well.
mashed potatoes still slap.
I'll
Now
make
when
you
you-
better mashed potatoes next
Them
time.
Not
Over.
when you put your soul
If-
into it. That's
I
why they
mean,
call it soul food.
Grabbing
Okay.
grabbing
Oh, shit.
potatoes and smashing
No,
them
no,
up
no, no,
is
no,
great.
no. Soul food. But there's souls in the food, so that's why that shit tastes delicious, because you gotta cook with the essence of life. That's why food gives you life, because there's always life in it. Ooh, Jordan Peele. Ooh, I gotta keep that. We gotta
And
write that
also
down. Let us bring that to the network.
another great tip too is
Soulful food.
the instant spell that she
You heard it here
tried-
first.
The instant conjuring that she tried to make was supposed to go into Merlin's talisman to help
You're right. I love me
save
some
Halloween
Merlin.
Town.
The
Another
berry.
good trope.
Talisman that saved him from the dark times.
Oh yes, it was the very talisman. It was the talisman that saved him from the dark time and created the new world.
Yeah.
Yep. Which would save them again from the dark times from coming back, which is the whole
hell
plot
yeah.
of the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Yerp.
And
Jinx
low-key, Mouse's
twins.
talisman was like a great trope in like what 3 out of the 4 movies, maybe.
Oh, you giving away too much now, nigga.
I don't know. I know the portal had to be saved. Another movie, and it's just there's so many random magic tropes that when we get to these other Halloween Town movies, y'all
And
just gonna
yes,
be like,
this is part 1. Because
Wow.
we're in this for the long game. So next year, we will be back with the sequel. But since we're coming to the end of this episode, real quick, I just want to talk about our last little bits of our favorite moments of the film.
well, the fact that, like we said, Sophie, which was one of our standout characters, how her powers always went through everything.
Yes.
But one of the greatest tropes is, yes, guys, this movie's an hour and 48 minutes, but like they set up something like within 30 minutes of the movie, but they don't start working onto it until like an hour and 30 minutes into the
Yes,
movie.
there are definitely
Which
foreshadowing
is-
elements and things like, I know where this is going.
Which
Yeah, you need to
is
get
the
that
hunt for
backstory
the conjuring
foundation.
spells, which are a vampire's tooth, a hair of a werewolf, and the sweat of a ghost.
Oh, and seeing them
how
getting
they
all
shoot-
the... Oh, nigga!
One
when
of the
she
greatest
When she
moments-
took the fang out the vampire
No,
back
when
in
the-
his office
when
because he
the-
was the tooth fairy?
The tooth fairy is the the werewolf is a hairstylist,
That's why-
and he gets his hair cut, and he's like, "Oh, I could work with this."
That's why I was in my room laughing like every 10 minutes.
Oh,
like,
that was you like.
Yeah.
So when you was laughing every 3 minutes, that was because the
that shit. I'm like,
when the fat ghost goes into the fucking steam room and he comes out skinny as shit, and then has a high voice out of nowhere.
exactly. All right, Leslie,
But real
what about
talk
you?
though, I want that steam box. Okay.
That steam
If I
box
could
was
spend
lit.
10 minutes in a steam
That
box
steam box
and
was
lose
so
20
Oh,
lit.
you remember
pounds.
steaming after Zumba?
I
Mondays
do,
and
but
Tuesdays?
let me
Don't
tell
miss
you,
that?
I did not lose 20 pounds in that sauna.
Girl, I'm never gonna gain
I just
20,
came
bro.
out stinky,
Shit.
so
More money.
Mission not accomplished.
More money's more problems.
True.
And speaking of that, I'm gonna wrap this up. We're saying one of my favorite parts of the movie was when that nigga Dylan started getting his magic.
Oh, when Dylan got mad, he was like,
but then he
man,
like,
I wish I could do something to him.
Yes.
And then his hands started sparkling.
They're like, you got the power. He's like, no, I
No,
don't.
don't.
Magic stupid. And we're like, bro, nigga, believe you. We need all the powers of friendship. We all need all the family
need
bonds
all our
to
Commonwealth
connect hands and link up. Defeat the monster. We needed that moment. And then we got it. I was like, there you go, Dylan. You can have science and magic.
No,
And
Kelsey,
family.
just wait. If you like that about Dylan, there's gonna be more that you like about Dylan when it continues on. And I will be honest, Dylan's real name, Joey Zimmerman, the only Zimmerman that I like in life.
That's what I respect.
The first Zimmerman and the only Zimmerman I like in my life.
True that,
He is
true
a
that.
good actor. But another good thing that I liked about Sophie is the fact that after they grabbed all the spells, they had to, all the ingredients, they had to have that spell.
Ooh,
and
she memorized it.
We come to find out that Sophie loves music, loves to make songs. So she made a song out the spell.
She was
to
in that
help
bitch like,
him out.
eat, up, or, eat.
Yeah, I had subtitles on. It was like,
It was it was Bika.
Comfort.
No, it's Bikaya, Bikaye, Bika,
They don't
ya
listen.
ya.
that could be a costly error. Please edit that.
No,
out.
we'll cross that
You don't
bridge
have
when we
the
get there.
rights to that.
I'll just take the lyrics and mash them up.
They don't know what I'm saying. I got black lips.
But I'm be honest,
Them shit
how'd
was
y'all
moist.
Yep. Ever moist.
how'd y'all feel about the easy thing of how magic worked? You just say it and
Can I go to Halloween Town? Yeah. Magic is really simple. All you gotta do is want something and then let yourself have it. Yes, please.
No, but okay, because I'm not gonna take this in the adult context with that because that makes it a little more easy.
is
But
the
also,
Bacon donut.
greatest.
exactly. Unless you're already magical in blood and cool, you just can't have normal humans be like, if I want it, I'ma get it.
That's
Booty
the
bandit. That's booty bandit logic.
That
I
is
think
one of the
that
most
goes very
greatest-
darkly.
And
Yes,
what makes
yes.
it work funny, what makes it work so great about that magic is like you're teaching your kids young, so kids want something and then they just release it. So that helps them harness their magic.
I wish you weren't here anymore, Mom, because I want to have fun.
And
Or
there
like
we did.
the old
We went
Twilight
down
Zone
that
when you turn to
dark
the Jack in the Box. Boop, boop. But yeah, so long story short, guys, we love this movie. I'm just so mad at myself that I took
Had
me
to wait
this long
all this time to watch
enjoy
this
the
movie.
spectacles, and I can't wait to watch the continuation
Return
of
to
the movie
Halloween Town.
year after year.
Better
Revenge
late
of
than never.
Alcabar.
Exactly.
Calabar. Oh, and just a fun fact, y'all. When y'all watch closed caption, IMDb has Calabar spelled with a K in the first one.
It's
even
Calabar
though
in the
it's
second one too.
no,
It's
It
spelled
is.
differently.
it's spelled with a C in both the closed
I'm
captions
just saying
on the
that-
Disney Plus.
yeah, just saying the closed
and
caption one.
as well as IMDb has them spelled for the return Calabar's Revenge. Even though Calabar's Revenge says K, IMDb has them spelled with a C.
Just like when you watch captions on shows that say the word nigga, they put an ER on the captions. Like, that's
Whoa,
not how you
whoa,
pronounce
that ain't how we pronounce it.
But this is what I'm announcing. This episode is coming to a wrap. So
It's
that's going to be
coming
an end
to
to
a
Yo, We Geeking Out.
wrap.
Always
We
and a pleasure,
geeking
Leslie.
out.
We love you having on. So,
We
of
are
course,
Happy to be here.
thank you. So, of course, the last segment of the show is called Yo, Check It Out.
Check It
So now this is where we're
Out.
going to give our recommendations for everybody out there that's a Halloweenie. What would you recommend, Leslie?
So we mentioned it earlier in this episode, but Hocus Pocus with Sarah Jessica Parker.
The basic white girl Halloween movie.
Bette Midler. I mean, this was back in '93, so even older than Halloween Town,
Exactly.
and it still hits today. It is
Exactly.
a classic.
And just because it's basic,
Is there?
Evil never dies.
yeah, and just because it's basic does not mean it's not good. But we all know you got to start at some level. So if you're dealing with a woman that has a spooky bone in her body, this was inputted into him at that time with this movie or The Craft. Ross, what do you recommend to all those people out there that's fans of Halloween Town?
I will recommend Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire with, I'm not gonna lie, my crush Christine Ray as a young kid because of Sabrina. She played Aunt Hilda. This is the reason why I love thick bitches.
I ain't about to say, it was literally about to come out my thick ass lips. And then they like thick ass bitches. With 2 C's.
To see.
Greasy.
But yeah, this was one of my favorite movies back then. That and
Back then, because she had that back end.
Europe. But yeah, this was one of my favorite comedy. Two best friends. Well, a best friend, two homeboys realizing that one of their homeboys' moms is on a date with a vampire, and they're trying to prove it, as well as figure out if this dude's really a vampire. It's a great comedy Disney movie. Y'all find it on Disney Plus, y'all. Literally, we recommended our recommendations via the Disney Plus movie intro.
All right. And for me, I'm going to suggest one of my favorite movies, which is surprisingly a movie that Leslie does not like. I don't know how this is possible that she doesn't like this movie.
I still have no idea why.
Because how can you not like Fun Size starring Victoria Justice?
How can you not?
How can you like
Leslie?
that? We're Disney Channel,
It was one of
Nickelodeon
the greatest.
kids.
I know, but
It's literally a boy trying to get his driver's license during Halloween and
No. First off, stop disrespecting women. It's about a girl's coming to age story dealing with the death of her father and
is
trying to get
No,
into
death of her
college.
mother.
What?
Fun size.
No. Fun Size. Her father died.
father
That's why
died.
she
Her
writes
mom
his
was-
jacket.
Wait, I thought that was the Lindsay Lohan one.
No,
That's
we
what's it-
literally
what-
just said Victoria Justice.
Wait. What? No,
The
you
Lindsay
talking about
Lohan one with their mom died is
Model Behavior with Tyra Banks?
no, it's not. No, it's not that. Because
anyway,
we get a sequel
that-
on
yeah.
Disney Plus.
But
It's
anywho-
Doll Size.
Doll Size, yes. Anywho,
love that movie.
Fun Size, Victoria Justice. It takes place during Halloween with Jane Levy. That's was made famous on Suburgatory. She was also in the Evil Dead remake and Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
As well as Suburgatory.
I just said that.
I don't know. I didn't see
No.
you say that. My
Yeah,
bad.
of course, you didn't see me say it. You could have heard me say it because I just did. Anywho, that movie is all about Halloween, coming to age. Her little brother goes through a whole adventure. Johnny Knoxville is in it as well,
Ooh.
and not
Oh, snap.
and not Elizabeth Banks, but the other chick that looks like her white girl doppelganger.
Elizabeth Shue?
Chelsea Handler is in it as a mom, and she's going through a whole midlife crisis where she's like post 30, close to 40s, dating a dude in his early 20s.
But also, isn't it about the whole dude
Cougar
getting
in
his
it,
driver's
sounds
license?
That's like the B plot. That's the B plot.
Because that's the part that kind of sets us up, and then we realize, like, oh, it's not really revolving around this dude. It's around this dude and Victoria Justice.
No, nigga, it's literally about her. It
But
starts
I
with
remember-
her and goes with her family.
Damn, I gotta
Yeah,
rewatch
you
that
need to
joint.
rewatch
I've
it
been-
because you want to be that boy so bad. He just getting them Victoria Justice cheeks and become victorious.
He was a little
Victoria's
loser.
Secret.
Exactly, because when
It didn't even come
you're the
cool.
dude that shouldn't be getting the chick, you always want to be the dude that gets
gets
the
the
chick.
chick. Yeah,
And with
you're
that being said, we're gonna bring this episode of
Yo, where the
Captain's
Captain's
at
at?
to an end. Thank you all for listening and becoming Captainers. Captainers. That's America's ass, baby. And also, Leslie, like I said before, I will always say again, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a guest.
being
And most
my
importantly,
friend.
thank you for being you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes, and
Pleasure.
as always, I've been yours truly, Kels for show.
And I'm yours truly, Roscoe Tincroya.
And yeah, guys, remember, be one or be nothing.
Be kind, y'all. Love, peace, and apple grease.
Yeah, baby. Late.
Yeah, y'all don't know what apple grease is.